Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, I just finished yawning and it looks like I'm crying, child. I'm not crying, I swear. This episode was not that emotional. However, a lot did go on. So before we get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Off rip, everything that happened today was so necessary. This was the episode of Rude Awakenings. Yeah, everybody needed these hard truths. So let's get into the recoupling. Josh picked Georgia H. Georgia S picked Toby. Kaz picked Lewis. So I did watch it back, and Mitch did tell Kaz that it was indeed a kiss, but he said it beside Lewis. So Lewis in this moment is thinking, oh, this is gameplay. You're trying to screw me over kind of thing. I don't know why he would care because he's not trying to be with Kaz anyway. So yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit later. Liberty picked Mitch. Who else was she supposed to pick so fine but babe? Oh, this is why I wished it was the guys picking the girls. I do get it. There was a girl coming in at the end, so the next choice has to be guy's choice, but dang, bruh. Yeah. Anyways, who's next? Molly picked Callum, Hannah picked Anton, and Demi picked Chris. By far the worst recoupling, because as it stands, there's only one seemingly happy couple, and that's Toby and Georgia. And even that doesn't last for long. So, as we know, Messy Mitch, shout out to Whitney who gave him that name. I forgot who gave it, but all the other reviewers are saying it was Whitney, so I'm going to go with Whitney. He is messy, but Lewis is messier.
I'm a shit-staring little prick.
You're a shit-staring little prick, bruv. You know what you did there? You're a shit-staring little prick, bruv. Don't chat to me. Or what? Don't chat to me ever. Fucking little dickhead, bruv. Talk to me like that.
I was like, whoa, Lewis, be careful now. We're not in the ends. We're on Love Island, all right? People have been kicked out for less. Y'all remember Sharif? Yeah. Wait, no. Didn't Sharif kick some? Wait. No, maybe that's not a... Somebody tell me what happened to Sharif. If it was physical, then I take back my statement. If it wasn't physical, then yeah, people have been kicked out for less. Be careful out here. I don't understand why Lewis got so angry. I understand the frustration, like, oh my gosh, all you do is talk, everybody's mess, as if you yourself are clean. I get it. But to be as angry as he was, sir, the kiss wasn't exactly a secret. And he's acting as if Mitch now jeopardized his chances with Kaz, but he didn't want Kaz. So sure, you could be upset with Mitch for, like, you know, maybe beating you to the punch of telling people when you were ready that it was going to happen. But honey, the kiss was already swirling the airways. It was going to come out anyway. So Lewis is getting riled up. Kaz is kind of feeling like a mug because she had a suspicion about the kiss, and this all just confirmed that it really did happen.
He's not really shit-stirring.
No, he is shit-stirring.
That is what happened.
Yeah, and I would have actually told you.
You kissed her or she kissed you?
I kissed her.
If I'm being very honest, I feel like a fucking idiot.
This kiss is probably the best thing that could happen in a few people's storyline, okay? This was the wake-up call that was needed. Now Kaz knows Lewis is not into her. Now Mitch knows Demi is not into her. And into him, yes. And, you know, this isn't a direct correlation to Liberty, but Liberty should see how concerned Mitch was that Demi was kissing another man. Because if I was her, that would be a wake-up call to me as well to say, oh, no. He not feeling me the way that I'm feeling him. In my notes here, I say that Kaz and Lewis had a conversation where she already had an inkling that it was going to... she already had an inkling that Lewis and Demi had the kiss, but just kind of needed confirmation. And I wrote in my notes, like, if she knew that the kiss happened, why did she pick him anyways? Some people on Discord, I was reading the messages, and I guess I could see what y'all are thinking. Because Demi came and sat beside Kaz and didn't say anything. Maybe because she's like, well, this is my friend. And if my friend got up to something like that, she probably would tell me. If she's not telling me, then maybe it didn't happen. Like, that's kind of, yeah. Anyways, yeah, they're having this conversation and it's very clear that Kaz has finally got the message.
I've been honest with you since day dot. The guy's playing a massive game here. Like, he's playing with people's feelings.
Yeah, I kind of put two and two together. I figured she'd kiss someone. When you walked past, I was thinking, actually, hang on a minute, I think she kissed Lewis.
I made myself look like a dickhead. But I apologise for hurting your feelings as well.
As I'm watching this conversation and another conversation between Liberty and Mitch where he's now saying, oh, I'm going to graft for you, I'm going to pursue you, whatever, when it's been very clear he wasn't this serious up until Demi now put her efforts in somebody else. It just reminds me how most times as women, as straight women who date straight men, we tend to be our worst enemies. Are you kidding? We're seeing what's happening in plain sight, seeing it. And we're going to decide to create an alternate reality just so we make ourselves feel better. Because yeah, Kaz might not have known for a fact that Lewis and Demi were kissing on the terrace, but she had a very sneaking suspicion. And it was pretty solid. He was kind of avoiding her after the fact. Demi was being weird, like, come on. Liberty has known for a few days now that Mitch ain't really feeling it like that. But they kept telling themselves things to make themselves feel better and to make themselves think, oh, maybe I'm just overthinking it. You very well could be, but oftentimes we're overthinking things because there's some kind of evidence of that. So you could either ask about it or trust your gut. I think both these girls, the besties, they need to trust their gut going forward. If you feel like something's off, maybe it is. So go and ask the person, yo, what's the deal? Kaz and Demi have a conversation. And there were so many other ways that Demi could have handled this.
How are you? I'm okay. It just is what it is, babes.
I know.
But we were sat there. I can't lie.
Kaz, can you look at this?
Like, there was time.
To my friends. One thing, I'm going to avoid you. I'm not going to avoid you if you're my friends. My friendship with you and Libs and everyone is so important to me. I don't want you to ever feel any different.
Demi's defense is that she did not have the time to tell Kaz what was going on. There were things happening even before the kiss happened that I feel like she could have let Kaz in on so that she knows where things are with everybody. I don't know if Kaz was open with Demi about Lewis. I don't know if they both agreed because we're pursuing the same guy, we're just not going to talk about it. But I do think that there were some things leading up to the kiss that maybe would have given Kaz a little bit more insight to say, oh, okay, maybe we're not on the same page as he is with her. And then for her to say there wasn't any time, you ran into the dressing room and Kaz was right there. Okay, fine, you're still flustered. The kiss literally just happened. I'll give you a pass. You then later sat beside Kaz and Liberty and you said nothing. So I would have rather she said, you know what, honestly, as my friend, I started to panic and I didn't know what to say. I would rather that than saying you didn't have time. Or I didn't want to hurt your feelings. These are all still excuses. Don't get me wrong. But it's better than just outright saying, I didn't have the time. You did. To us, it seems like she did, which could have been an editing thing. But even Kaz is saying, no, you did have the time. So come on. She's here saying, well, as a friend, you know, whatever, something about friendship, child. I don't know if I would consider somebody a friend if they allowed me to look like a mug. She didn't make Kaz look like a mug because, as we've been saying, Kaz was putting herself in a situation where the man was clearly not giving her enough to really believe in that connection. But she kind of allowed Kaz to look like a mug, in my opinion, me personally. So would I consider you one of my closest friends in the villa? Probably not. Later that night, Lewis ended up apologizing to Mitch, basically saying, hey, listen, I overreacted. I'm so sorry. Let's just be boys. He apologized again in the morning, not just to Mitch, but to Kaz and everybody just for causing a contentious environment. And then during the debriefs, we have Georgia Harrison, who says that she's just going to focus on Josh and not really pursue things with Anton just because it's a little bit muggy, you know what I'm saying? We have Callum, who is excited for some new people to come in. It's pretty clear that Molly's not interested in wanting to pursue things with him, so he just has to let that go. Georgia S says that she's all in on Toby, while Toby says no. Toby literally said what I have been saying for the past few weeks on this channel. If you watch other videos, not just Love Island, right? I've been talking about how men know what they are doing, okay? He says, if I wanted to be all in with her, we would have already been in a relationship. We would just be together, even before coming into this villa. So for her to be sold on a guy who has known her since October, November, December, January. Sorry, guys, I can't lift up my ring finger. Not too much. 4 months. 4 months. The man still wants to see if there's better out there, girl. No. Let it go. So, Anton still has a thing for Georgia. And it's not as if Georgia has the ick, but you could tell she's kind of like off it.
Do you want to come and share a bed with me?
What? Not really, I'm sunbathing.
You don't want to?
Let's fire pit, let's go to fire pit.
So what's been happening today? What's he saying to Josh?
Oh, do you know what? I've actually not seen him that much this morning, but it's not like I've got to get to know him, is it?
And after all, Georgia, it's only early days.
It is only early days.
It's only early days.
It's only early days.
I have a question for you guys. Can you still say it's early days at this point? Can we still say early? When does early days stop being early days? When are the late days? Okay, because I feel like we're in the late days now. Anton specifically cannot say, well, it's still early days because he is actively competing against a guy who has years of history with the girl that he's trying to pursue. And then that guy has options. He wants to talk to Molly and maybe whatever other bombshells are coming in. I'm sorry, Georgia? I don't know if this is the best plan of action because you have already tried it with Josh. I don't know how many times, but the most recent time was so tumultuous, you had to block him. Are you not setting yourself up for the same thing again? She was worried about Anton. I think Josh is the person who he needs to be more worried about. At this point in the episode, Chris hasn't gotten an answer from Molly as to what exactly happened after their kiss. Well, he doesn't know this, but she got the ick.
She still hasn't chatted to me.
Do you not?
No. I think I'd just quite like her to say, like, I don't even know. I genuinely came in here to find something. And I said to myself before I come, like, let yourself fall in love.
Yeah. No.
It's hard being vulnerable and then getting battered.
Yeah, I know.
Must have been a shit kiss.
No answer is an answer. He hasn't heard from her. That's your answer. I say these stuff all the time, and I know that I struggle with it too, but we have to keep reminding ourselves that no answer is an answer. He's talking and he's saying that he came back because he genuinely wants to find someone. And one of the issues that Molly was having with him is that she just couldn't take him seriously. One moment he would be flirting, and then in the next second, he's trying to be funny, so she can't really tell, like, yo, what's the deal? And then the kiss, there just wasn't any chemistry, which didn't help the thoughts she was already going through, right? If you are here to genuinely find someone, you might need to break down that wall of humor that you always, present yourself with. You're going to have to be vulnerable. The women are going to have to take you seriously if you are looking for something serious. Not to say never laugh, but how am I going to know if you're actually pursuing me or if you're taking the mic? Because I promise you, if I think you're taking a mic and you think it's a joke, we're not going to get along. Point blank. And the period. Toby and Molly have a conversation and he lets her know, baby, it's open season. Ain't nobody settling down with no one.
When I first came in here,
Yeah.
you was up there, to be fair.
Was I?
For me, yeah, he was kind of, yeah.
She's my girl though, and I feel like it's awkward, but I mean...
Well, I know, but Callum's my guy, and it's awkward as well, so it's really true, it's the same boat here.
You do need to probably make it a bit more apparent to her that you're going to be having conversations. I don't know if you already have, but you're going to have conversations and stuff.
Throughout this conversation, I was thinking, can he just talk to Georgia about this? Can he just tell Georgia? Because again, no answer is an answer. I do understand, but his no answer is also like tied with being affectionate with this girl. So it doesn't really fully apply. He actually needs to tell this girl, no, I don't want to be with you. I want to be with other people. It's just so hard for him to say, and I don't know why. Then he actually does have a conversation with Georgia, who didn't have much to say because what is there to say?
And I had a chat with Molly.
Good for you.
Sit down, because where you going? We're like halfway through a combo. I don't think it's like the flipping worst thing in the world.
I don't really know what you want me to say. It's a bit of a dead-end convo, isn't it?
Is it? Do you want to be in a relationship with me, like, right this second?
That's a bit, like, straight to the point.
Toby asks her, do you want to be in a relationship with me? She can't give a straight answer. Girl, you should have just said yes. Like, The thing that I'm trying to do in 2024, yes, I'm talking about me now. The thing that I'm trying to do in 2024 is be honest with myself, be true to my emotions, no matter what the response is going to be, right? If I want to be with somebody, not knowing how they feel about me, I'm going to be true to myself and just say it point blank, I want to be with you. Why? Because they have that opportunity to then tell me yes, no, or I don't know. And the only answer that is an actual yes is yes. To me. Maybe I don't know would work if you knew what the story behind the I don't know was. But like, you obviously want to be closed off with this guy. You want to be closed off. He's clearly open. Now we're having tips between each other. Like, she's very upset with him. And I understand the frustration, but girl, like, this could have been your opportunity to say, yeah, I did think that we were working on, you know, eventually being a couple together. Like, I'm closed off to anybody who's here. Who knows how Toby would have answered? But if you're showing this like non-committal, aloof thing, you know Toby thrives off of that. He says, well, you're not telling me if you like me. You're not telling me if you want to be. That's all Toby needs. Oh my gosh. If you are even an iota, if you have an iota of uncertainty, the man is going to run with it because he is the king of uncertainty, of non-commitment, of lack of vulnerability. Like, he's not going to do it. If you don't do it first, he's definitely not going to do it. So, well, it is what it is. So, oh, also I wrote here, I hope that she doesn't go back to Anton. I really, please don't. That is so muggy. Don't do that. In the evening, they're having this punk party. Not quite sure what the reason was, but hey ho. Then Molly decides to take Chris aside and tell him, finally, hey, it's just not there for me and you.
It felt really, to me, like you blowed hot and then really cold.
Yeah, no,
really
and
quickly.
I agree there. I agree there. And home hands up. Don't know if I'm feeling it 100%. Don't want to mislead anyone. Don't want to cop block. Let me just.
If you was feeling it 100% with me.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it in a romantic way.
Well, no, I'd rather not be misled.
Yeah, 100%.
I do feel like Molly could have had this conversation sooner. I do. I have been saying that Chris could just go and ask her, but Molly already knew how she felt about him. So she could have just told him instead of waiting for, it's been what, a day and a half? Yeah, something like that. Like, they could have had this conversation, but it is what it is. She doesn't see it with Chris. She said in this conversation that she also doesn't see it with Callum. So it's likely that the people who she's going to pursue are going to be Toby and Josh. Not quite sure if Toby is who you want, girl, because if you were having a hard time with Callum, Toby will show you flames. Toby will show you flames. On top of that, did she not say that she envisioned herself getting married, to Callum? I imagine the older she's getting, the more she's kind of on that wavelength. Toby's not the one. Unless you want a holiday romance, Toby's not the one. I can't even tell you if Josh is the one, but at least Josh is 29. There's some kind of hope there. All right. So Louis and Demi have kind of been chill. They haven't been super full on during the day. So in the evening, they're touching base just to kind of see how they're going to navigate this new awkward dynamic in the villa.
Obviously, Kaz has taken this all like... yeah, I don't know.
But at the same time, I feel like I can't put like how I feel on hold.
For me, the issue, Demi, is not the fact that you're into Louis or that you kissed Louis. The issue is that you didn't tell Kaz when you had the opportunity to. Like, that's what I'm perceiving. So she's basically saying, well, if the shoe was on my foot, I wouldn't have been bothered. That's what she said earlier. I don't think she said it in this conversation, but she said it at another time. Like, if it was me and you went around kissing Kaz, like, it would mean nothing to me. Okay, that's fine. It does mean something to Kaz, though. And you're saying that that's your friend, right? So the decency, as being Kaz's friend, would be to tell her, hey, girl, this is what happened. Or, hey, girl, this is how I'm feeling for this guy that you also have feelings for. Yeah. Kaz is probably going to be in her feelings for maybe a day. Like, give her 24 hours. That's all. Oh, no, I think it has been 24 hours. Yikes. Maybe give her 48? Give her 48 hours. Let it blow over. But, yeah, of course she's in her feelings. I would be in my feelings, too. Georgia and Toby have another conversation. And Georgia is now being more honest, letting him know that he did, in fact, hurt her feelings.
When you got to know Anton...
When I got to know Anton?
Yeah, but you got to know him, though, yes or no? Like on day one, though, yes or no? We are still open to get to know people. So when we've had that combo...
made that very
yes,
clear.
Exactly.
I can't help that. As much as I say I'm open, la-di-da-da, I have been with you. Why have you let us get so close?
But I don't think it was that close.
Oh, yeah, because I'm like that with every guy I'm
I never said you're
I'm like that with... Oh, my God, Toby, don't you piss me off.
Oh, fuck off, Georgia, man.
They are two peas in a pod, honey. Same person, different font. Both non-committal, don't want to give straight answers. Both clearly want each other, but don't want to be the one to pull the trigger. I don't know why. It is what it is. At this point, if after 4 months y'all can't make fetch happen, there's no fetch. Don't make it happen. So, yeah, he's like, F you. She walks off. Child. Nah. It's giving immaturity on both ends, if we're being completely honest. And so I want to have a side conversation. Why is it that when people see how somebody reacts to not getting their way, do they not take note of it? Because, okay, maybe I'm being extra. If somebody was to tell me to F off, I promise you I'm effing off forever. Don't ever talk to me again. It's not happening. And if I saw somebody tell a person that they were interested in to F off, I'm thinking, well, potentially that could happen to me. And I bring this up too because the way that Louis reacted the day before, the way that Louis reacted the night before, if I was Demi, that would have been a complete turnoff. But she's still very into him. And I'm like, that behavior could potentially be exhibited on you as well. Like, does that not, am I tripping? Child, maybe I'm tripping. Anyways, the episode ends with the guys getting a text that Arabella is having a private, is it a pool party? She's having a private soiree, okay? She was in season 5, so some of the people know who she is. Who was on the season with her? Anton. Is Anton the only one from season 5? Oh, Chris. Chris was on the same season, but I don't know if they were there at the same time. So, yeah, Arabella is basically all the guys' type. We know what they like, okay? So the girls really should be on their toes. Mind their P's and Q's because Arabella is coming to steal your man. She is freshly single, though. Can somebody tell me in the comments how single is freshly single? Because I'm tired of these people coming off of relationships that aren't even a year expired. Can we at least do that? But anyways, as always, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.